everyone, Shauna Bukaroff here. I am so excited about the response that we received for the Take Me Deeper project that will begin in January. And we feel so blessed. We never imagined that we would have this kind of response to His Kingdom Come. And we're so excited that we're able to create this community. And that's what we want this to be, a community for us to uplift one another, minister to one another. We're going to provide many free projects as well as fee-based projects, and we're just so excited that you're here, and we can't wait to get started on the TMD, like we like to call it, the Take Me Deeper project that Diane came up with. She came up with the name based on the song Oceans, and which I love. And then also the Logos 365 project, where we've got worksheets on the site where you can figure out what your word is going to be for the year, what God wants your word to be, and how to live that word throughout the year. So a lot of times we pick a word for the year, but then we just, okay, that was our word. But we really want to, throughout the year, figure out how to actually live that word each day, so that it becomes a part of us and becomes what God wants us to be. So take a look at that too. Take a look at Logos 365. Take a look at that group on His Kingdom Come. We've got free tutorials on there. We've got the Take Me Deeper project. So if you haven't joined that group, it's free. We've got some classes available, and we're planning on having a lot more. So we've got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and we're very excited about all the things that are going to be coming up in the future. We've got a really cool project that we're going to start work on here shortly to release out in December. A very good community outreach project that we love everybody to get involved in. Jesus said to go out and spread the word, and so that's also very important. And since we've got people all over the world that have joined the group, we just think it would be such a great outreach to actually combine art with giving and spreading the gospel. So stay tuned for that announcement too. So what I wanted to do is, I was going to do a tutorial on how to do a Coptic stitch journal, because I had initially decided that that's what I was going to use for my Take Me Deeper project, but I just kept going back and forth on how am I going to do it. Do I want to add pages, to write in, and I just went back and forth on it. And so I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and use the Dilutions journal. And Diane has a really great video on the site on how she decorated her cover. And I'm also going to do a video on how I decorate my cover. But I'm also going to be doing some things inside my journal as well. I want to have a place to write, and I also want to have a calendar in mind, because it keeps me, I teach a lot of classes and stuff, and so it keeps me on track with that. So I might do a little video on that as well. I might actually make a little class out of it if you would like to set up your journal that way. But I also wanted to give you other options on, is it supposed to be like that? I've never had this journal before, but it's really nice quality. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It was $24.99, but I had a 40% off coupon, and so they took off a couple bucks. And anyway, the pages are really nice and thick, and the size this is the large size, so they have a smaller one too, and I decided to go with the large size. But it's got a envelope in the front where you could store stuff, supplies or whatever, and then it's got, looks like pretty thick cardstock or watercolor paper, but then it also has like a manila color. Every so often you'll have some manila pages in here as well. So it's a great book, and I love how it's blank and ready for you to decorate. So so stay tuned for that video. But I also wanted to give you some other ideas on what you could do with your Take Me Deeper journal. You could just go out and get a simple art journal like this. This one's by Canson. It's mixed media. This one's a 9x12. They have different sizes that you can use. The pages here are not as thick as the Dilutions journal. This is 98 pound, and it doesn't really say the pounds on the Dylusions one, but I can tell that that this is thinner. But it'll still work. The only reason why we like to have thick pages is because we're going to use a lot of medium water and matte medium and stuff like that, and so you just need your paper to hold up. But you could still decorate the cover of this, and you know, there's plenty of pages in here. You could combine maybe other you know, things that are out, you know, going to be happening during the year. I'm planning on using this one as my Take Me Deeper journal, as well as, you know, I think I've got enough pages in there just to keep it as my regular journal, art journal for the year. So you could do the same with this, okay? And I'm not really sure how much these cost, but you can get these at Michael's, and you know, there's usually a 40% off coupon, or they usually have a sale on them. So there's that. There's also this little journal here, kind of thing. It's a 2-ring binder kind of thing, and I got this at Michael's. I think it's by O Snap. It's O Snap. I think it's by Recollections. It's kind of their version of the Smashbook. They've got different binders that you can buy, and this is one of them. And I'm not sure the size of this one. It's kind of a cool size actually, but it's not. It's like it's about 8.5 by 9, but that's just the cover. So your pages inside would be smaller. In fact, what happens is when you buy one of these is you get papers with it already, and you get these little photo sheets too. But I was thinking about using this for my Take Me Deeper journal, because I like how, you know, I could just work on a watercolor sheet like this and then put it in my journal later. So you don't have to, you know, you could work on individual pages. So that's an idea. So I originally had put some, you know, cut down some watercolor paper and put them in here. And this is a kind of an odd size distance of holes. So I just kind of used my Crop-A-Dile. You could use your Crop-A-Dile, or I have a 3-hole punch, and I just measured it, and it fit with the 2 holes, so I just cut them that way. But it also comes with like cardstock paper, so you could use that to like journal in or write on. I mean, it's pretty thick. You could even do your art on that without adding watercolor paper. And then I also got this little lined paper, because I thought, you know, I want to write about my devotion each week and what I learned in addition to my my art page. So I had included these in, and with all the little holes that they provided pre-punched on here, it still wasn't the right distance away, so I had to create my own holes there. But I kind of liked the idea of maybe if I wanted to add some pictures or something, it came with the different sheets as well. So I kind of set it up to where it would be the photo sheet, which the photo sheets are all different. This is a full page photo sheet. Photo sheet, watercolor paper, writing paper, and then the cardstock is kind of how I set it up. So photo sheet, watercolor paper, oh, I didn't do that one right. So it would be the paper and then the cardstock. So, but I decided not to use this one. I may use this for something else, maybe a prayer journal or something like that. But that is an option. There's also the option of a Smashbook, and the pages in here are nice. They're pretty nice and thick. And you could add in tip-ins, if you could add tip-ins in any of these. But a tip-in is basically when you add a page, you just take a piece of washi tape. If you don't know what washi tape is, it's just this little like repositionable tape that you can buy everywhere, pretty much. So you would just take your page, and then you would kind of bind it like you were binding a book with your washi tape on one side, then you'd flip it over, and then you would do it on the other side, and then that gives you an extra page that you could flip out. I'll show you my other journal that I have here. This is my Documented Life project planner that I used last year. So if you're familiar with that, then you know about tip-ins. So basically I added these little pockets and as a flip out page, and then so you just put your washi tape here, another piece of washi tape here, and then you have a flip out, okay? So you could do that with this. You could do watercolors, because it's nice thick cardstock, but it's a little thin. So if you wanted something thicker to do your devotions on, your art, then you could get some watercolor paper. You could measure it to the size, or you could even make it smaller if you wanted. And you could add it as a tip-in. You could do it that way, you know. The Smashbooks are very, this was an older one, I think, and so I got it on sale for like $6 or something like that, because I think they discontinued this line or whatever. So that's another option. And then, or you could just get a regular small binder, and you can add your pages in, you know, to a regular binder like this. So this one I actually did get to use as a prayer journal. So I've seen, there's some good tutorials on YouTube about how to set up a prayer journal. So they use these little books like this, which I like. So anyway, so I just wanted to give you some options if you didn't want to go out and get the Dylusions journal, or you don't have access to it, or you don't like the price of it or whatever. There are other things you can do, okay? And so then I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna do another little video on how I decorate my cover. So stay tuned for that. Blessings and peace.